Alright, we got some live day trading. Let's get this shit. Alright, so what I'm kind of looking for right now is, one, I'm trying to predict this SMT between ES and NQ right now. I want to see NQ sweep this high that we have, this like previous day high, and come lower from that. We're already like forming structure very nicely, and we do have like good like news to induce volatility for this day. Anyways, so yeah, I want to see some displacement right here. We have some equal lows being formed, so if we could have a nice sweep of liquidity, come down to these equal lows, displace, and possibly see one more retracement higher, just since we're in that like more upwards trajectory, then I'd be willing to take a trade like lower, because we have a lot of draws towards the sell side here. We have London lows, Asia lows, this hourly gap right here, bottom of the accumulation zone. So many draws of liquidity to the downside right now. So if we could test this higher time frame, change in state direction, like I was talking about in my weekly bias on Sunday, then I'd like to see us just drop lower from us disrespecting that higher time frame change in state of direction. But really, that's really my initial bias. I mean, we're opening higher, which is cool too. Worst case scenario, we'll just see like a possible like smaller retracement lower, right? You know, after I want to see it sweep on liquidity, right? If we don't get this sweep and it's just like displacement and we come higher and higher and higher to try to take out like these highs or something like that, then like we'll call it a day. But if we see a sweep, you know, respect this SMT divergence and come lower, then it's exactly what we're looking for. So I like how, so ES is already coming lower, kind of respecting this SMT. NQ's not coming lower yet, but I feel like if we still do come higher, we would still have the SMT divergence. Lower, low, lower, low. Yeah, alright, so we don't even have our SMT yet, which is good. So we want to see us take out this high so we can then form the SMT. And we want to stay below this high on ES. Because if we do stay below this high on ES, I feel like that would definitely confirm us to disrespect change in state of direction. Got this little same draws down here on ES. Hopefully we don't target them just yet. I really don't want to see that, but I do like how ES is dumping right now. Loki, I don't really like how we're not taking out this draw yet, and we're already like testing change in state. If we have a displacement, that's gonna be a little wonky. I don't know, guys. Because I just don't like how we have this, I guess, resting liquidity above like our continuation confluence, right? Alright. Since we are below this low here, we're still below this high on ES, and we haven't mitigated the high on NQ yet. We do have news at 10 a.m. So who knows, market could possibly just take out this draw, like take out this high after 10 a.m. That definitely is a possibility, but right now I'm pretty like set on shorts. Like I'm pretty confirmed for shorts. I would definitely want to see us retrace into a 5-minute confluence before we continue lower, but I can definitely see us taking this play. Don't really like how we could possibly have IRA right here. Like, remember that inverse retrace action, a little term I made up. That works, but I don't really want us to have IRA in this situation, because if we do have IRA, that would induce us to come higher, or that would indicate us to come higher. But right now we look clean as far as I know. Like low. We still don't really have the SMT, but we are like really disrespecting this right here. Kinda having that IRA right now. If we can get a push through this second gap, that would be nice. Have this gap in the 2 minute. We're gonna just take this play off the 5 minute. I don't really want to like. Oh, we'll watch the 2 minute because we do have we could see IRA, bearish IRA, on the 2 minute. If we do, because that would respect this 5 minute order block. Because it's like we have a fair value gap within this 5 minute gap or 5 minute wick right here. I kind of like how we're just pushing through both of those, so we disrespected IRA right there. What I don't want us to do is take out these draws. If we take out these draws before we even like have our play, that's just gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. But I do like how we disrespected this second gap. Check out ES. Damn, ES is tanking. Yeah, ES is possibly gonna take out this low, which I don't really like. I would really like us to like retrace higher, have a rebalance from one of these gaps here on ES before we do come lower. Yeah, if we can close this like above this high, rebalance into this gap right here, that'd be nice. Oh, it looks like market wants to take out this low. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Alright, so ES is taking out this low. NQ is not yet taking this like sell side out, which is pretty nice. Do want to see that rebalance. We still have Asian lows too to push towards, so I'm not that worried. Well, we already have like confirmation for shorts on NQ. We already have confirmation. Our low-hanging fruit would still be the bottom of the sell side liquidity, or I guess the accumulation zone. Hopefully we can see our leading index rebalance to one of these gaps. That's what I really want to see right now. Because if we can get rebalanced, then we can then take it down to these lows, which would be even a higher, I guess, profit target. But we're really looking for us to not take out this low-hanging fruit before we have our move. If we do happen to take our low-hanging fruit, we could still possibly see displacement from this and then retracement off a continuation confluence towards, I guess, Asian lows. But it would just be more, I guess, higher probability if we were to see, you know, displacement from these equal lows and retracement to a continuation confluence down to our initial draws and not our second take profit. So kind of just watching right now. We do have a lot of volatility right now, which I do like. I do like that, because last week was low-key a shit show when it came to volatility. crazy. No rebalance in sight. No rebalances in sight, guys. Just want to see some sort of rebalance, guys. We have 945 final manufacturing PMI, which could definitely bring some choppiness, hopefully push us back up. And we have that 10 a.m. news, so 15 minutes from now. Oh my goodness, ES is tanking. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so I want to see ES draw towards these Asia lows. Alright. Because also below that, we have New York lows too, all the way down here. Which is pretty good for us. But we already kind of took out New York lows. It's a pretty prominent low right here. Dang, no rebalance at all. Goodness. A rough day. A rough sight to see. But it's gonna be like that sometimes, where you just see a whole move play out, but there's no entry. It hurts. It really does. But I didn't see anything. Literally nothing. But it's all good because you don't want to force anything either. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, we definitely gonna want to draw to these lows. Possibly even this low right here is pretty prominent right now. And then we have New York down here. I don't think we're going to drop to New York lows though. New York lows without a rebalance is genuinely insane. It's like some tariff shit. That yellow folder brought like one green candle higher. I guess nada. There is nada. Nada. Sucks. Possibly, since we could definitely see a bearish trend for macro, we could see us possibly having a 950 like retrace, which would help us for our entry, and then be able to ride the rest of this down for macro going into 10 a.m. So hopefully we can see that. I like how we're coming higher. I want to say I'd be willing to take this right here, but we do have like an order block higher, which is not technically liquidity, but it is a confluence just in case of IRA. But we also have this 2-minute gap right here. If we were to base it off of that, so could possibly see a play like stops right above this 2-minute. And then us continuing lower to these lows, possibly an inverse of this, possibly an inversion of this gap right here. But yeah, by the looks of it though, yeah. Looks like ES just wants to take. I mean, ES just mitigated this block or this gap right here, so we can see what NQ wants to do. I know NQ is the lagging index right now, so we could possibly see us having mitigation from this 5-minute. Goodness gracious. Yeah, possibly no trade today. Possibly. Just simply from no entry. So happy. Classic Monday. Well, not even a classic Monday. The fact that we even have news on a Monday is crazy. Yeah. ES just mitigated this block right here, this gap. I keep calling it a block, a gap. And now we're pushing lower from this gap. But I want to see NQ have a little inversion before we take out these lows. We're coming into 950 now. Hopefully we can see some retracement to rebalance here. But if not, then we'll probably just call it. This is tragic. This is tragic, bruh. Yeah. Taking out those draws right now of liquidity. Seeing the model play out. But if there's no entry, you just gotta be disciplined and not take the trade, bro. Even if you see the money being printed in front of you. It's better than a loss, guys. It's better than a loss. Because it's really a what if, bro. It's like, you know, of course it could have came down here, but it also could have taken out this high. So I can't say what ifs, really. Only thing I'd say is this continuation right here. Right, that we had on ES. That would be the only possible play, but again, that's still entails some risk. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, just took out our draws. Dang, that sucks. That sucks, man. Okay. At least it wasn't a longer day in the charts because I do have a call. I have like some meeting at 10:30 anyways. Still have Asia lows here. ES already took out Asia lows or coming to that right now. Goodness gracious. Can't wait till I see TJR make like $1 million from this. You just gotta know that there's gonna be so many more days like this. It's crazy. If you can see this now, you see it 1,000,000 times, bro. Oh. Life like this is what your life like. It's crazy because we literally called this out to the crisp, but we did not see an entry. Did not see an entry. I wouldn't even say there's a possible entry either. I don't know. Alright, we already took out our draws. Probably just gonna journal this trade. Or I didn't trade, but I'm gonna journal what happened today. We have news at 10 a.m. So we could possibly see us coming higher. I feel like this was the move I was looking for, but of course the market didn't propose us with an entry point, so no trade today. But yeah, the whole week we have like good like news throughout the week. We don't have any crazy news on any given day of the week, but we still have red folders like every single day. Could possibly what the heck? Sucks, man. It really does. Yeah. Interested in seeing what happens at 10 a.m. news with this red folder. That could possibly, give us an entry, but took out our initial draws. Could definitely see this as displacement. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to news. I want to see what news does, because news could very well like give us an entry. Because what we're basically looking for is for us to come back into any of these continuation confluences, right? To continue our move lower. We still have a good draw liquidity. We still have Asia lows. We have the inversion of this higher time frame gap, right? We displaced past change in state direction. So, and we already disrespected higher time frame change in state direction. So I could definitely see us coming towards this low right here. If news gives us a valid entry. So we're just gonna give it till 10 a.m. 3 more minutes, and if we don't see anything, then call it a day, because we also have this right here, pretty prominent low, and then also another New York session low right here. Could very well see us have a rebalance of these gaps, possible IRA up here, and then one dump off to secure it. Because we have all these people entering in shorts right now. If we have 10 a.m. news that just puts this trade like mad bullish, that would take out a lot of those sellers, and then we can drop off the market again. Just took out another draw on liquidity right here on ES. Bro, what are you doing, bro? Come on.
We're just gonna keep it straight face.
Could definitely see his inverse this hourly gap right here. Goodness, if we have IRA right here, inverse retrace action. Oh my goodness. I can definitely see that happening. I just want to see what we do at this 10 a.m. news. If 10 a.m. news just pushes us lower, then we're calling it a day. If it pushes higher, then we have possible area for an entry. But we can definitely see an inverse from this 5-minute gap, or a trace from this 5-minute gap right here, and one retracement towards this 5-minute gap here. Possibly inverse this 5-minute gap or trace from this 5-minute order block. That'll be exactly what we're looking for.
Seems like I'm a very likely applicant for this though.
I gotta pee so bad, but I wanna watch this. All right, 10 a.m. news is about to drop right now. All right, we got 10 a.m. news. All right, so what's up with y'all, bro? Come on, man. Growing on, man.
Shark stream, that's what I will be.
Alright.
Johnny, come stream on me.
Okay, bro.
Bro, we're trying to make you go viral, bro.
That is not helping, bro. That is not helping.
Trust, bro. We're gonna make you go viral.
ISM manufacturing just came out. Yeah. I think you're funny. You're not funny. Life like this is what your life like. Yep. We're just pushing lower.
Push you over.
Alright.
Bro, I can already see the clips, bro. Streamer hits crazy trade and then get cracks his roommates.
Yeah. Alright, I'm done. We have. There's no way we're coming. There's no way we're coming higher. This is a day. We had no entry, which is fine as long as we were disciplined and we see our model play out. No entry, but we saw the model work, so that's all we're looking for at the end of the day. Gotta separate yourself from the money and keep your mind in the chart. But we'll be back tomorrow. I'll see ya.